Good afternoon to those who listen. December 20th, 2024, 1:50 p.m. And I'm not doing so good. So I'm asking, please, for some prayers and some advice. I'm going to see if anybody knows what this could possibly be, because it looks like I'm back at square one now. I called the surgeon about the hernia to see if they could maybe get me in sooner, because I've been having lots more problems. And they don't think it's a hernia. So I'm like, well, what in the world could it be then? All right, so I just went to uh, the GI doctor for a follow up, and driving is bad now. Um, Usually, if I drive somewhere, or I'm taking a shower, because showers take me 2 days to recover. I noticed if I don't wash my legs, it only takes me like a day to recover. But Tuesday I went, got my hair cut finally. That's 3 months overdue. Took my son, and then we went shopping afterwards. And I'm telling him the whole time that we got to hurry because I'm in such pain. And he was stalling around. And then Wednesday I had to go to the GI doctor for the follow up. So I was talking to the nurse. I was talking to one of the doctors, and I told him, I said, I think Trilogy is what started this whole thing. And I told her that in January they did all the tests, all my liver tests came back normal. Then suddenly in June they were sky high. She said she looked at the test results, the records, and she said in October my liver test results were back to normal again. And I said, how can you go from having perfectly normal liver levels to severe and then back to normal again? And she goes, you really believe it's the Trilogy that did it to you? I said, yes. She goes, well, it could be. So anyway, they don't think it's a hernia because I told them my pain starts below my waist in the crack where the leg is in the groin, but it's like right in the middle, more towards the leg part, and it starts there. And then if that gets aggravated, then it goes up into the abdominal, and then I bloat all the way. My sides bloat out. Now I'm getting some of my ribs. I'm having a really hard time sleeping now because my ribs are just hurting so bad. And if I sleep straight on my back, I'm okay. But in the middle of the night, you're rolling over and stuff. And when I wake up in the morning, my ribs feel like I've just been beat up. Oh, it's terrible. So usually it takes maybe 2 days. If I do something strenuous of any kind, then it takes longer to heal back up. I did dishes for like 3 minutes, and it was so bad. I can't do dishes. I can't drive. I can't bend down without having problems. So if I just sit in my chair and lean back, that's the only thing that really helps besides laying down flat on my back. Everything else that I do, even just standing up, if I'm sitting down, if I just stand up, it's like, oh, it's terrible. So I'm just asking for advice. What could it be? If it's not a hernia, which, I don't know what else it could be. They said, they looked on the records. They only show us a small hernia and it shouldn't be causing any problems. I said, well, the GI doctor did the upper scope and found a medium hernia. But the hernia is way up higher than where it's starting from. The hernia, the abdominal area hurts, but it usually only hurts after it starts in the lower area, below the waist, right in the crack of the leg. Well, oh, you can't have a hernia down there. But I think you can. But I don't know. It's my stomach area, the abdominal area, my sides, all the way up to my lungs. You know, they bloat out all the time. It's constant bloating. But when it gets worse, and my sides bloat out really bad. My ribs hurt, and it makes it hard to breathe because it goes up into my lungs. What in the world could be causing that? None of these doctors can seem to figure it out. So the doctor says, you got another appointment with a GI doctor in Iowa City. Yeah, I'm just getting another opinion about what could be going on. But of course, that's not until May. I'm like, goodness, what am I going to do? I can't take showers. I can't do nothing. I definitely can't drive now, and going to church now. That's what's kind of started it. On Sunday, I picked up my daughter, so I had to drive across town, drive back across town, go to church. When I was sitting there, it gets bad because the chairs are like straight up, and I need something that leans back. So I made it through, though. I made it through, and then afterwards, I took her home. Went to McDonald's, took her home, and then when I got home, it started getting bad. But then I got better, and then Monday it got worse, and then I was supposed to do the haircut that day, but I was such pain I couldn't do it. Forced myself to do it on Tuesday, and ever since then, it's been really super bad. It doesn't seem like usually if I'm resting, I'm okay. And then if I just do little things like standing up, if I do a couple minutes dishes, that usually bothers me a little, but not terrible. Now it's terrible. So I don't know what it could be. What is it? It's like right in the crack of your leg, below the waist. And then when that gets bad, then it spreads up all the way up to my lungs even, and then I get really bad bloating and pain. So if anybody happens to know just an idea of what it could be, because none of these doctors, I've been telling these guys forever what's going on, and they say, oh, it's just because you're backed up. Well, that's not it. Then you got a small hernia, but it shouldn't cause no pain. And then the hernia is up higher anyway. It's way higher up. If I'm to measure it, where the difference from where it is to where the hernia is, I would say it's probably at least 8 inches higher. So the hernia is 8 inches higher, and the hernia doesn't bother me, at least where I think it is. The hernia doesn't bother me until the problems are happening down below my waist. It's like right in that crack of the leg. And when that gets irritated, then everything else gets irritated. And then, usually once I'm resting and stuff, then all the stomach, everything above the waist gets better. And then finally, down below would get better too. But now I must have aggravated it so bad that it's not healing or not de-swelling, whatever is going on. It's not getting better like it used to. So I don't know if I got to be really super careful. But anyway, I'm just would appreciate some prayers, and just would appreciate any advice on where you think this could be. Because again, here I am. I'm back to square one. Nobody knows what's going on. And they're telling me that when I go to the general surgeon, they're just going to do another CT scan. She said, well, we'll look and see if they might have missed something. Well, I can hope for that they find something. But she's like, normally, you did the CT scans, they would have already found it. So now I'm worried that whatever it is, they can't find it. So I don't know. I can't do nothing. All I can do is sit here. And it sucks. And then every time I get up, it's bad now. It used to be where, it hurt a little bit, but then it would go right away. Now it's, if I get up, it seems like it lasts a long time. It doesn't really, I mean, it gets a tiny bit better because I'm sitting back. I don't want to keep going on, but I just want to see if anybody could have an idea of what this could be. I've heard appendicitis, but if it was appendicitis, I think they would have found that with all the tests they've done, and they've done CT scans, they've done X-rays, they've done ultrasounds, they did that fibro scan, and they're trying to say that there's nothing wrong. Well, if there's nothing wrong, then why am I such pain, and why can't I even do anything, stand up? It takes me like forever to walk up the stairs if I have to go to the bathroom. I have to take one stair at a time, like one, pause, one, pause, one, pause. So I don't know. Just let me know if you guys have any ideas. Sorry that this was so long, but I'm just trying to describe everything so maybe somebody would have an idea. And now I'm, the doctors, it feels like I'm just starting all over again. And this has been going on almost 9 months now. All right, love you guys. Thanks for listening. And please, if you have any ideas what this could be, please put it in the comments. I love you guys. God bless.